Ma'am, please wait. Thank you, thank you.
Hello, Kunal sir, Soha ma'am.
Ma'am, sir,
Sir,
ma'am,
ma'am.
one sec.
Kunal sir.
Welcome so much. I should say that that's not from the
So happy that you came this year. Thank you. We will take a quick walkthrough and then we will move towards the movie. Yeah.
But I'm just feeling so happy and weird because when I was growing up, I thought I could be many things, but author was never one of those ideas that I had. And now I just feel so happy to be here and be launching this book in this like historic venue. And it's feeling a bit surreal. I wasn't prepared for this, but I'm very happy that I'm here. Improvise.
Of course, I grew up a very long time ago where there wasn't so much screen time, and we didn't have iPads, we didn't have mobile phones, certainly. So we were encouraged to read. And as you said, everybody in my family, my memories of my father are all of him lying down on his, takht where he used to sit and reading newspapers, reading magazines, reading books all the time. My mother also really enjoyed reading. My brother, as you said, continues to read today. He's rarely seen, at the airport without a book. So I think we were all encouraged to read, my sister included. We all had different genres. My mother loved thrillers and murder mysteries. My sister loved romance novels. So all of us had different choices when it came to books that we read, but we were always reading. And today, how you say no phones allowed at the dining table, it used to be no books allowed at the dining table because that was when we would talk to each other as a family. I have now stopped making plans for her ever since she developed a mind of her own, because whatever I plan, she will have a different plan. So I've become very wise, and I am allowing her to take the lead on most things, not everything, but I think because from a young age, we were reading to her like you're told, of course, as a new parent, you do everything by the book, literally, and they tell you to read to your child within the womb and play classical music, and Kunal used to play the guitar and sing to her. So we started from a young age, leaving books lying around, letting her, make selections, etc. So she was always surrounded by a lot of literature. In terms of plans for the future, I continue to encourage reading. Now she's of course allowed screen time and enjoys that as well. So there's a good balance. And because we started early, I think she already has a love for books. So we don't have to start at a later stage. And of course, those rituals like bedtime reading. And that's actually why we wrote a story like this, because we thought it was the perfect length and the perfect kind of book to read to your child at bedtime.
Since you're from the film world, I have to ask you this, the classic question, the book or the film, right? But it's always been, the answer to that has always been the book. Maybe some exceptions, but the films are really, maybe like The Godfather, I don't know. So, what are some of the films that you felt you enjoyed the book better than the film?
I think when you read a book, because your imagination is limitless and you imagine the characters the way that you do it, and sometimes you feel let down when you see the movie because it's not your vision. But for example, when the Harry Potter movies came out, I really enjoyed them, although I loved the books as well. But I wanted to see them. Those were incredible experiences to see, like you said, The Godfather. There's so many incredible movies as well where you don't even realize that they're actually adapted from literature. Like Fight Club and others. So there's a lot. Again, I think why people enjoy books, especially people who enjoy reading, is because there's no
your own imagination.
Exactly.
Great. So your book, it looks beautiful, and why not we start by revealing the cover for everyone?
We haven't seen the book ourselves or touched it as yet.
So this will be a great occasion.
बैठ जाइए मैडम प्लीज.
I told you that Soha introduced books and reading to Naya a lot. So I used to ask her to pick 3 different characters and I would try and make up a story. And she used to always do this. And the only difference was because there was no book to refer to. So this was actually the birth that was the book came from that because I told her a story similar to this. And she asked me how Bobo or how Inni. And I just thought that it would be nice to have a book that she could look at pictures because she can't do for herself right now. And that's how we came about this idea. And I discussed it with Soha and I said, should we write a book for children? She said, sure. And she said, and that's how it actually started. I'm very happy that we did it. I'm very excited to make this book back because we don't have a book. So tonight I'm going to read this book. I'm very happy because now she has a book and something to look at when she plays this film.
Some had short hair, some had long ears, some had short ears, some had long tails, and some had short tails, and some had curly-whirly tails like jalebis, and some had no tails at all. But the one thing they had in common was that they all loved the scruffy little puppy. They looked after him and shared their treats with him when they saw that he was too shy to get his own. They taught him how to bark when he needed something, but most of all, they let him cuddle up to them when he had trouble falling asleep at night. Now one fine day, a white car drove up outside the center, and a family stepped out. First a mama, a papa, and then a little girl in a blue dress with a white sash and 2 plats. Her name was Inni. Before her parents could stop her, she ran off towards the center, towards the entrance of the center, towards the sounds of dogs barking. She was very excited because they were here to adopt a dog and give it a forever home. Mama and Papa wanted her to choose the puppy that she liked the most. Little Inni was so happy to see so many dogs and puppies all at once that she started to jump up and down. The poochers were also thrilled to see the little girl, and they too jumped up and down, barking gleefully, woof woof. Some of the younger ones started running around in circles, chasing their own tails, which is what dogs do when they're really excited, you know. Papa took hold of Inni's hand as they walked to the fence behind which the dogs were kept. Inni crouched down and stared in wide-eyed wonder at the bundles of joy inside. So which one is it going to be? Mama asked. Just then, a little light brown pup jumped up and licked Inni's nose through the fence. He's tickling me! Inni squealed with delight and laughed loudly. I want to take them all, she said with a glint in her eyes, clean and play with them. It takes a lot of time. Inni looked again at the puppies and thought long and hard about what Papa was saying. Mama added, that is why we want you to find the one you can. He started to and held him close to her. His heart was beating so loudly in his chest, she was sure she could hear it. As Mama and Papa walked up to her, Inni said, he looks scared.
मैं बहुत पहले आती थी जब पढ़ाई करती थी ग्रैंड मेडिकल कॉलेज में, तो ये ऐसी जगह थी जब मुझे थोड़ा भी टाइम मिलता था तो मैं यहाँ आके बैठ जाती थी और किताबें खरीदती थी, पढ़ती थी. तो ये जब अब वापस से खुला है तो इट ब्रिंग्स बैक अ लॉट ऑफ मेमोरीज़. मुझे बहुत मेरी यादें ताज़ा हो गई है और वेल इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल एक्सपीरियंस. सो आई इनवाइट एवरीबडी टू कम एंड एक्सपीरियंस दिस बुक स्टोर. आई थिंक जो किताबें पढ़ते हैं दे आर पीपल हु बोरो विजडम फ्रॉम अदर्स. तो ये सीख जो है ये मैं मेरे बच्चों में इनकलकेट मैंने ट्राई किया है करने का. माई डॉटर इज़ अ रीडर, माई सन इज़ नॉट दैट बिग अ रीडर, लेकिन मैं होप मेरी चाह यही है कि वो एक दिन ही बिकम्स अ रीडर. बट माई डॉटर इज़ एन एविड रीडर. थैंक यू.
We're very excited. We're here at Crossword and Kemp's Corner and we are launching our book, which is called Inni and Bobo. Kunal and I have written it together.
Which is only available here till the 25th, and from the 25th of April it's available online and all the other bookstores.
अच्छा, आपकी ये बुक है, इसका एक कैरेक्टर है जिसका नाम इन्नी है. क्या ये चीज़ आपकी अपनी बेटी से इंस्पायर होकर आपने इसका नाम डाला?
बिल्कुल उसी से इंस्पायर हुई है. मैं उसे कहानियाँ सुनाता था और इस किताब का और इस आइडिया का जन्म भी तभी हुआ था जब मैं उसे एक ऐसी कहानी सुना रहा था और उसने कहा कि बाकी किताबों की तरह वो इन किरदारों को देख नहीं सकती थी क्योंकि ये बुक नहीं थी. तब हमें आइडिया आया कि हमें एक बुक बनानी चाहिए. तो डेफिनेटली इट्स इंस्पायर्ड बाय हर.
ओके, ये कहानी में एनिमल लव एंड कैसे आप अडॉप्ट करें एंड नॉट टू बाय देम, ये एक छोटा सा इसमें मॉरल भी है. एंड सो हाउ दिस आइडिया केम इनटू योर हेड?
Actually, the idea came from Kunal.
No.
The idea was क्योंकि इनाया actually को बहुत प्यार है जानवरों से, and especially we wanted to encourage the idea of adopt and don't shop, because there are lots of animals that are looking for homes. So instead of buying, you can actually give them a home. And this character, like our daughter, loves all animals, and so it's inspired by that as well.
Did Inaya read this book?
No, this is the first copy. I'm very excited कि आज रात को उसको जाके फोटोज़ के साथ दिखाऊंगा. उसने कहानी तो सुनी हुई है because I've narrated this story to her a couple of times. But today is the first time that she look at the pictures also.
How is her reaction to it?
That's what we have to see.
अभी तक उन्होंने ये पिक्चर बुक नहीं देखा है. She's just heard the story.
चाइल्डहुड की बात करें तो आप लोगों का चाइल्डहुड कैसा था, कुछ बताना चाहेंगे?
बहुत लंबा सा.
अलग था. We have seen you as a child artist.
I don't know. See, I can. मेरा बचपना बिल्कुल वैसा ही था जैसे मेरे इर्द के बच्चों का था. नॉर्मल अपब्रिंगिंग थी. जब एक्टिंग करते थे वो एक हॉबी थी, लेकिन उसके अलावा बाकी लाइफस्टाइल बिल्कुल वैसा था. सभी दोस्तों के साथ शाम को क्रिकेट खेलना या लंगड़ी खेलना या खो खो खेलना. जस्ट अ नॉर्मल रेगुलर चाइल्डहुड.
आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
मेरा भी चाइल्डहुड बहुत ही नॉर्मल और रेगुलर था, जैसे हमारे आसपास के लोग थे. और मैं जानती हूँ कि कुछ प्रिविलेज था हमारे लाइफ में, बट आई डोंट थिंक आवर पेरेंट्स एवर मेड अस अवेयर ऑफ दैट. काफ़ी डिसिप्लिन था हमारे घर में. किताबें पढ़ने का बहुत शौक़ था, कहानी सुनाने का बहुत शौक़ था. हम इतने बॉलीवुड से एक्सपोज नहीं थे क्योंकि हम शायद दिल्ली में रहते थे, एंड एजुकेशन वाज ऑलवेज अ प्रायोरिटी. आई रिमेंबर विनिंग ए शूलेस टाइंग कॉम्पिटिशन जब मैं 5 साल की थी. दैट वाज अ बिग मोमेंट इन माई लाइफ.
आई रिमेंबर विनिंग बेस्ट इन स्पोर्ट्स इन माई क्लास. जब मैं कुछ 5 गोल्ड मेडल और 2 सिल्वर मेडल जीता था तो मुझे लगा था भाई कर ली दुनिया मुट्ठी में.
Last 2 more questions, guys.
हो गया.